Yeah, I guess those credits did go by a bit fast last time, huh? Well, let me make up for it this time by doing these ones as slow as possible. For the $10 patrons, we have John, Joang, P, Joe, Gracie, Henry, Alice, Kurine, Noah, John, Johnson, Joe, Jonathan, Evan Bow, Mowers, Clayman. Now for the $20 patrons. Mikey, Trayvon, Wendy, Martin, Adam, College. Thank you all for your support.
Pikachu's goodbye!
Synopsis. So it appears Ash and the others are taking a bit of a technological sabbatical after the existential horror that they were subjected to in the last episode, and who can blame them, honestly. After Ash does a rare reference to earlier episodes, mixed with an equally rare reference to a 90s movie.
Relax a little.
Huh? This is fun! Ash, look out, that tree!
Pikachu notices another Pikachu and gives chase before the title card once again seems to either spoil the ending or overreact to the situation.
Pikachu? Pikachu's goodbye!
Well, then Ash is all, we gotta keep up with Pikachu. Maybe if we keep up this seriously weird walk cycle, we can catch him. But luckily they needn't keep up the rock'em sock'em running as they come across a clearing where there's a veritable Pikapalooza of Pikachu of all stripes, except with no girls allowed, if the latter generations are to be believed. There are also baby Pikachu, which I'm going to assume are just freshly evolved Pichu, and just leave it at that. Pikachu tries to communicate with his own kind and get back to his roots, but he is shunned because he has the stink of man upon him, or something like that. I mean, I'm guessing that's what they're saying.
Pika! Pika!
So it seems Pikachu is cool enough to hang with the Pika crew since he knows how to shake hands like a Pika brother. But then Ash does a pretty decent impression of what happens when I want to join a LARP with pretty much the same result.
I want to be part of your group too! Pika Pig! Hey, wait up! Huh?
Ash is all, why do you think they shunned me? I mean, it's not like I have a history of Pokemon hating me on sight or anything. And Brock's all, hey, I have an idea. Why don't we confuse the audience as to the dynamic between Pokemon and humans in this world and imply that they're better off without us? And Misty's all, yeah, we sure would be insensitive jerkwads if we were to disturb the peaceful equilibrium of these creatures' natural habitat by disturbing them in some way, perhaps through, for example, stealing a family member and using them as personal bodyguards. Meanwhile, Pikachu's all, Pikachu, pee. Luckily for the group, the friendly and naive young Pikachu from earlier is listening to their oxymoronic conversation and is all, how can I understand human language when I've shunned humanity? Before slipping on the plot, let's be honest. They really couldn't have gotten a Fiero to swoop at it or something. Anyway, oh no, the Pikachu's in danger. Now is the perfect time for Misty to finally make herself useful again and use her powerful water-type Pokemon and there goes Pikachu. Well, now's Ash's chance to show that he means them no harm, right? All he needs to do is bring out Bulbasaur and I guess the other Pikachu are just going to have to prove themselves self-reliant, why not? So after they make a literal electric tail of Pikachu, sorry, and pull themselves to safety, Pikachu looks in bad shape. Luckily the fake out isn't too egregious and Pikachu is welcomed back into their cabal. At least I think that's what's going on.
Pikachu! Pika! Pikachu!
Huh, if those Pikachu are able to lift Ash's Pikachu with just their tails, does that mean that they have a tailbone that goes in a zigzag shape? Well, anyway, then all the rodents loved him, despite the fact that all Pikachu technically did was endanger himself, as the other Pikachu would have saved the young one anyway. And it seems all conflict has been resolved. Oh, wait a minute.
Just look at all of them.
There we go. Hi, Team Rocket. What's the plan this time?
If we turn over this many Pikachu to the boss,
We'll be promoted for sure.
Wait, I thought we only wanted the Twabs Pokemon because it had more power than most. Why would the boss want like 20 relatively common Pokemon? And James is all, never mind that, you forgot the best part.
Everything in this forest is public property.
and we're all members of the public.
So that means all these Pikachu are really our property.
They're absolutely right. As long as they don't take Ash's Pikachu, Team Rocket aren't doing anything illegal. Man, this could raise some interesting moral dilemmas for Ash, considering that if they stop Team Rocket, they could be charged with harassment or public disturbance and, ooh, pretty singing.
Pika, Pikachu, Pika,
This one may not be as bad as the Diglett chant, which you will now take an extra week off because it's re-stuck in my head and misery loves company. Ah!
Trio, trio, trio.
But this Pikachu song still sticks, I can tell you that. At least it's prettier. Then Brock goes and says this great honkin' piece of hypocrisy.
I think it's the best thing in the world for Pikachu to be here with its own kind.
Brock, you are a gym leader and a breeder. You want to make your living based entirely on Pokemon not being around their own kind in this manner. Oh, come on, look, now you've got Ash in a state of cognitive dissonance and questioning his own place in the universe.
Ash? Hey, Ash.
You happy? Well, after that epiphany, Ash mulls over its implications while eating some artisanal dog food. Seriously, listen to them play up Brock's culinary skills here.
Thanks, Brock. That was a delicious dinner.
What can I say? I'm a great cook.
It's meat in a can. There aren't even any fixings or staples. Well, back to the issue at hand. You know, this is actually quite an effective scene. It gets Ash's thought process across with minimal exposition and a very effective, subtle orchestration. I mean, I love the end of Bye Bye Butterfree, but imagine if they did the same thing here. Ugh. Well, these thoughts must wait as he's interrupted by the shrieks of the innocent.
What is that sound?
Team Rocket have made their move and were apparently lucky enough to get every single Pikachu under one net. And Ash is all, Pikachu!
Yes.
No, I mean Pikachu.
Yes.
No, Gah! Team Rocket, what are you doing? And they're like, why, we're legally capturing Pokemon for our collection. There's nothing you can do to stop us. Then Ash is all, but you have my Pikachu, that's stealing. James is all, wait, why don't we just release Pikachu, bring the rest back to the boss legally, apparently we'll get a promotion for it, and then come back for this Pikachu with more resources. Stick to bizarre references to the hospitalization of over 100 children, James. You got it.
They're no match for our new Pikachu insulated seizure net. You might as well just give up.
So Team Rocket fly away with the Pikachu, and Ash and the gang do absolutely nothing because they're under a net and the Pikachu can't shock their way out. Misty, you have a flying razor starfish. You don't think maybe or the Pikachu could gnaw their way out of it? What? They made the net fully insulated but didn't bother to make it teeth-proof? How is that Pikachu protected? Ugh. Well, then Ash is all, look, we must have eaten our way out too. Go, Pikachu. Recycle your animation like your life depends on it. Then Pikachu shocks Team Rocket, and now the Pikachu accept Ash's Pikachu as a full-fledged member of their group. Again, really? I mean, that's what it looks like.
Pika, Pika! Pikachu! 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 Pikachu!
Then Ash remembers, oh yeah, I'm morally conflicted. Yeah, Pikachu is happier here, right? Maybe I should grow as a character and do something that doesn't just serve my own wants. And Misty's all, what? You can't just do that. This is Pokémon. And Ash is all, watch me. I'll even go against 90s cartoon convention and not pretend that I never liked Pikachu and actually talk to him about it. And Brock's all, he's insane. Don't do it, Ash. You don't know what you're messing with. The show will be cancelled with a cult following if you keep this up. And Ash is all, you're right. I got it. I'll balance it out with the whitest, Bryan Adamsest, most 90s song in the universe. And lo, it came to pass.
I close my eyes and I can see the day we met. The time has come. It's for the best, I know it.
The show's too short. We got to pad it out. The off-center filter is driving me up the wall. So Pikachu realizes Ash and the gang are his real family, and the others are all, go for it, bro. At least I think that's what they're saying.
Pikachu! Pikachu! Pika, Pika! Pikachu! 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 Pikachu!
And he starts to run back to Ash, and Ash gets this smile on his face. Hey, shut up. This is well done. No talking or apologies or anything. All explained in one exchanged look and... Oh, they got me. They freaking got me on a gold darn filler episode where I knew there was no way he was really going to leave and... 11 out of 10. Would cry again. A triple plus. Now everyone give me a hug. Thoughts? No, that's not the actual grade of the episode, I hate to say. But man, what is it with Pokemon and being able to really nail emotional endings? First, they got me to feel something for Butterfree despite only seeing it in a few episodes, to getting me choked up about the most obvious episode conclusion since Will Ash catch a starter? The foregone conclusion wasn't the only flaw by a long shot though, as you could probably tell by the relentless riffing. The plot points are paper thin overall. Need I remind you that the final one is resolved through Team Rocket forgetting that mice can chew through things. The animation is also pretty poor, except for the gorgeous shot of Pikachu grabbing an apple, oddly enough, and the dubbing can get kind of... Walken-esque at times.
Don't you understand? Those Pikachu are scared of you, Ash.
Huh?
The fact that Misty and Brock did nothing to help again, aside from Brock dropping the guilt bomb on Ash, was really frustrating as well. Pretty much just look back at the synopsis and you'll see most of the flaws. However, when it comes to emotional strength and focusing on the dynamic between Ash and Pikachu, that is where this episode shines. The moments that really count, where Ash has to finally confront the fact that being with him might not be what's best for Pikachu. Remember, when Ash first met Pikachu, Pikachu freaking hated him. In fact, I do wonder why Oak never released him if he was such a problem Pokemon. Anyway, with most of Ash's other Pokemon, there was a desire to join Ash and leave their old life behind. But it seems almost like Ash was realizing here that Pikachu only joined him because he was forced to, and then only warmed up to him after he saved his life. What I like the most about this episode though, and something that's incredibly hard to come by in later ones, is that Ash seems to grow as a person. Think about it, this is one of the first times that Ash doesn't put himself first when it comes to his own Pokemon's livelihood and well-being. Even in the case of Butterfree, it was Butterfree who wanted to leave and Ash just wasn't a jerk by letting him go. Yes, he's helped out other Pokemon in the past, but they weren't his, at least not at the time. Need I remind you that when it comes to Pikachu, it was Ash who said,
No problem. You won't end up that way because you'll win.
and even when it came to his other Pokemon, it was also
Charmander, Bulbasaur, Squirtle, Squid.
This time, it was Ash's idea, and he thought only about what was best for Pikachu. He even explained himself to Pikachu. I can't emphasize enough how rare this is, and Pikachu goes along with it for a bit. I also loved that even though the episode could have just had Pikachu running alongside Ash until he gets exhausted, it instead shows Pikachu hesitating. Even Pikachu needed to consider what's best for himself when he has found a great place where he does belong. It's what makes the reunion at the end all the more satisfying, as it strengthens the bond between Ash and Pikachu by having them shown to weigh their options and still agree that they want to be with each other. And this was a filler episode! Filler can strengthen a story. It might be rare, but it is possible, and this episode did an amazing job of showing me how. Look, this being said, the flaws were very noticeable. I know I ripped apart this episode something fierce, and there was a lot to make fun of. But it was fun to make fun of, rather than annoying. The emotional highs and fantastic character moments are easily enough to balance out the flaws, and they try to do some pretty cool things. I'll give it a B. Trivia. I'm starting with a somewhat tenuous one here, but I'm pretty sure this is where Pikachu as a species are first shown to be naturally quadrupedal. Before, Pikachu only went on all fours when he was running, but here it seems like he only goes on 2 legs to stand or to emphasize a point. It actually always bugged me all the way back in the second episode that these Pikachu were running on 2 legs when I felt it would have been way more efficient to run on 4, so I'm glad they seem to have finally settled on a more realistic physicality for an electric mouse. Obviously, the montage song was different in Japanese than in the dub, with Oyasumi Boku no Pikachu, sung by Matsumoto Orika, Ash's Japanese seiyuu, replaced with Pikachu's Goodbye. I'm not sure who sung it. My reference says that it's John Leffler, but it also states that John sung the Pokemon theme when it was Jason Page who sang that, so it's one of those two. But bizarrely, 4Kids also decided to mix up the montage too. Since there were more scenes involved in the 4Kids version, I guess it was so that it could keep kids' attention a bit more. It's actually quite hard to find an official copy of the male version of this song, as the version in the 2BA Master album was sung by a female artist, Marty LeBeau. Myself, I prefer the Bryan Adams Light version as it gives that 90s cheese, but that's just me. Finally, I can't really talk about this episode without bringing up how it's connected to the last episode. This was the very first episode to air after the 4-month hiatus as part of an hour-long double feature episode along with the Battling Eevee brothers. It's been rumored that this episode was actually rushed through production specifically for this event, and I can see the reasons why people might think that. There's only 2 Pokemon shown, there's a lot of recycled animation, and there's a heavy emphasis on how wonderful Pikachu is, not to mention the montage padding it out and saving on animation. This special is also where I got that apology video from in the last episode, where they explained what happened and how it will never, ever happen again. I love this side. It gives me all I need. This guy's backpack compares the Japanese. And so Suede leaves the forest, happy that Ash's relationship has been tested and then strengthened. But ahead lies another relationship conflict, one that neither Suede nor Ash really have any experience in.
Gotta catch 'em all!